Olivia Crawford was having a panic attack. She couldn't breathe. She couldn't think. She wanted to crawl into a hole and hide from the world. Andrew Barrow, her husband's former business partner, wasn't on the phone any longer. No, he'd given her devastating news and then went on with his life. She sighed inwardly. Well, that wasn't precisely true. The shocking conversation started with his spate of texts trying to get a hold of her all day long. That was followed by an urgent phone call later in the day, after she'd ignored all of his texts. The catastrophe was that the Trust Savings Bank in Key Largo had given her the wrong account balance. The $500,000 that had been like pennies from heaven turned out not to be her pennies at all, but Logan's business funds. Apparently, Logan had opened 2 accounts at the same bank. One had been personal, likely for him and Olivia to start their bed and breakfast renovation and retirement plan. However, the bank account balance she'd been given was the wrong one. The account that was supposed to be hers was substantially less, like 90% less. She closed her eyes and tried not to fret, but that was useless. She was really scared. She'd depended on that money being hers. She'd spent a big chunk of it thinking it was hers. They were going to want it back. The large amount that she'd transferred to her business account had been funds meant for their business. Logan and Andrew's business, not Olivia and Jen's. The amazing windfall that Trust Savings Bank had contacted her about was no longer hers, at least according to Andrew. She didn't think he was wrong, based on the freaked-out tone of his voice when he finally got hold of her. Olivia didn't know a great deal about Logan's business with his partner Andrew and several of their friends from college, only that they had all formed the business right after they got out of college, and it had been very lucrative.